Hey everyone, Presito here, your second favorite Uniswap ape. As you know, I've been making videos less frequently these days, and just to give an explanation to that, obviously the market is a bit wrecked at the moment, that goes without saying, and pre-sales are also quite wrecked, and I obviously don't want to make videos just to fill the gaps and promote projects that are going to end up doing cuck. That's why I've been just really nitpicking the projects that I think are really pro and worth sharing with everyone. So hopefully you guys can understand that. And in this video, the project I'm going to be covering is Lossless. And I think it's a really good time to cover this project as well. Obviously, the pre-sales coming up soon. But the other reason being, in this market, you can't really risk now making losses, especially through hacks, rugs, and things like that. And they've got a really interesting concept to prevent these type of hacks. For example, paid network, Dodo. There's a lot of examples of hacks, and Bunny as well, actually, that they could have prevented significant losses as well. So before we go more into detail, let's have a look at the announcement they had of the public offering, which is going to be on daomaker and paid network. As you know, as I say in many of my videos, daomaker is definitely top tier launchpad. Obviously, pre-sales are a bit shaky at the moment, but this is really top tier combo. I mean, Polkasot sales haven't been doing so great lately. So I really do think this is two top tier IDOs. 28th on daomaker and 31st of May on Ignition. So be ready for that. So now let's, before we go to their site, have a look at their Telegram, see how their hype is building up. 40,000 members, 6,000 online. That's a super good ratio. It's really active. And I think that's really top tier in terms of Telegram hype. Obviously, that's always an important factor to consider. See the community, especially now since the market's going a bit bad. It's very important to see the communities behind the projects, because, if they're in for the long term, that's obviously excellent for the price. There needs to be buyers, obviously. So now let's go through their website, see what they're all about. So it's the first DeFi hack mitigation tool for token creators. So their protocol will freeze fraudulent transactions based on a set of fraud identification parameters and return stolen funds back to the owner's account. So they're going to have a code that detects fraud, freezes, and reverses stolen funds. And already this sounds super useful with all the hacks that happen, and people farming especially. It's always really scary to do it. It can be hacked at any moment, and you never know what's safe these days. And as it says, the different ways they'll have is urgent freezing. So the API allows hack spotting bots to detect and freeze fraudulent transactions, and it'll secure rewards for the bots creator that finds these fraudulent transactions. Then fraud analysis. So the committee overviews frozen transactions, validates fraud, and makes a decision to freeze the receipt address permanently. And then reversing stolen funds. So the community enacts a proposal for transaction reversal, and the code reverts stolen funds back to the owner's address. And that's also a really interesting concept. So they're going to have two levels of loss mitigation. So rapid response is where the community of white hat hackers build a hack spotting bot, scan transactions and freeze hacks using the lossless dashboard. And then lossless decision making body, where the affected token's creator, the lossless committee, and an independent third party validate a hack and take action to reverse the stolen funds back to the rightful owner. Obviously, you can't have the funds reverted if it's not for a legit reason. Maybe there's two people that had an argument and they want the money back, and it's not actually a legitimate reason. So that's really good to have that as well. So it's going to be designed by the minds behind Wix. They're going to have a transparent reward system, which guarantees high levels of participation and intuitive dashboard. So it'll be easy to, easy overview. That's always very good. In terms of their team, public team, of course, very experienced. As you can see, Viga, their CEO, was at Moneta, BTC Exchange, and their LinkedIn's are all there. Advisor from daomaker themselves, and overall looks really, really good so far. So let's have a look at some of the tweets. So Master Ventures, I'm sure many of you know, CEO of Paid Network, is behind them. As I say, over $120 million was stolen from just 15 DeFi platforms in 2020 alone. And with Lossless, a lot of those losses can be prevented, which is very pro. Next up, as you know, Bunny Finance got exploited for huge amounts. And if Lossless was integrated into their code, then a big loss could have been prevented as well. Then next up, DeFi 100 exit scams with 32 million in investor funds. I'm sure you guys have seen this. It's they updated their site to say we scam you guys and you can't do shit about it. So obviously that's not pro, but if Lossless again was there, that could have been prevented. And then they've also been audited by Hacken, super reputable audit company, so that's very pro. So now just to go through a few things in their white paper, to go through some more recent hacks. Obviously there was Paid Network, where someone minted 100 million worth of tokens. I'm sure many of you have heard of that, and reduced the price by 80%. Dodo, they drained 3.8 million in the exploit. Alpha Finance and Cream Finance hacked around 37.5 million. And Furu Combo, 14 million hack. So as I say, 122 hacks, total amount of 3.8 billion stolen in 2020 alone, which is just insane. In the case of Paid Network, the way they could have prevented it is, as you can see, there was a time difference of 4 minutes 10 seconds between the mint and the first time the hacker sold the transaction. Then there was a time difference of 61 seconds between the first and second sell. So second stage bot intervention, which is their rapid token dumping criteria, could have stepped in. And in the event of no bot detection and a manual response rate of 3 minutes from the first sell transaction, 10 out of the 13 transactions could have been frozen, saving 60% or 67% of the sell. So instead of 2040 Ethereum being dumped, it would have been only around 700. So that's obviously a huge saving that the project could have had by integrating Lossless into their code. So overall, it seems like almost a no-brainer for projects to integrate this into their code. And as you can see, monetization, an estimated 7% fee paid from the stopped hack transaction, paid only when it is stopped in native tokens, which for the projects, like I said, it seems like a no-brainer to take advantage of this. It's a really, really great idea. So next up, let's have a look at the token and the utility. So it's going to be called LSS. There is no tokenomics out yet, but we'll see how that is. Obviously, my rating will depend on, considering that tokenomics aren't out. But in terms of their token utility, they're going to have finders staking, finders fees, LSS token governance, promotion and referral, and early access. So the finders staking is in order to join the Lossless community and be eligible for the finders fees, you're going to have to stake $5,000 worth of the tokens, which is the white hat hackers, before they can pick up potential hacks and such. You have to be able to stake $5,000 worth of the token. Then the finders fees will go to these white hat hackers, and it's paid in LSS tokens. Then they're going to have governance, where the community can vote on the future of the project as well. Promotion and referral programs, that's always really good to have. And early access and insights. So they're going to have exclusive access to the newest features. This will be for the top LSS token holders, of course. So overall, I think this project is really, really innovative, and it's got a lot of use case potential. Obviously, that's super important in crypto. So I will give it a Backup Pro. The only reason I can't give it a Trust Pro yet is because the tokenomics aren't out yet. And as you know, tokenomics are sometimes most important aspect of whether you can make gains from the presale, which is the goal, obviously, from my videos. If the initial market cap is below $1 million, that's pro. So we'll see about that. Really looking forward to their launch, and definitely worth trying to get into the IDOs. If you're holding daomaker or paid tokens, definitely worth trying. So next up, let's see on Tinder if they think it's Becca's Pro as well. So for this video, I'm still in Poland actually. I'm going to be here for a while, I guess. I mean, there's so many matches in Poland. I have to get through all of them, especially since there's a bit less videos these days. So first up, Claudia, I said, do you like losing money? And she said, yep, but I don't have money to lose. So I guess I was so taken back by that. I think she meant no. So I said it's bullish hypothetically, but hypothetically it's actually bearish if she likes losing money, because obviously that means she's not going to use lossless. So that's not a good start. Okay, I can't pronounce that, but choose a number between 0 and 100. This will be how much lossless goes up in value. She said 6x, which is average, but you know, she knows it's kind of bear market kind of at the moment. So she's considering that, I guess. She said, what is it? I said, it's a crypto project that protects against loss of funds. Pro, hey? Not interesting, she says, a bit direct. Magda, do you like making losses? She said, making losses. Elaborate on that one, because I think I don't quite know what you mean. I said like monetary losses. She said no. So obviously that's bullish for lossless. Protect her from monetary losses. Hey, do you like making losses? Why? Just asking. No. Bullish for lossless as well. Evelina, do you like losing money? Losing? No. I like spending money. I said same thing. Either way, it's bullish for lossless. She said same here. So that means she's also bullish for lossless. That's good. Anya, do you like making losses? No. Why? I said, I agree. That's why lossless is the project for you. She said, okay, I'm not fit there. I'm too shy. I said, well, lossless is for anyone. If you're shy or outgoing, doesn't matter, obviously. And that wraps up my video on lossless. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. As usual, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Always appreciate that. Definitely check out lossless. Join their Telegram. If you're holding daomaker and paid, like I said, worth trying to get in. Super bullish on this one. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.